So right at the end of the last episode, I set up this little mending stand where I am selling mending, and it's made me a few diamonds. I think it's made me 8, so I've sold 2 books. But I have a little plan for it. I said in the video that this was just a temporary little shop. I'm actually going to build a proper bookshop where we're going to sell more books, and I want to do this in a city style. So I've set up this little area. I've cleared out a giant area to build my own little city where I can put my shop first of all, but there's going to be an entire city, so I suppose we'll have other shops there as well for anyone who wants to build in a city style. I'm going to sell pre-built buildings where people can just buy and then set up their own little shop in. So that should be another little side business. But I'm getting distracted. This is mainly for my bookshop. And the little side profits as we go is going to be fun. Because obviously I'm going to have to build a big city just for a bookshop. But hey, that's fun. I haven't built a city in a long while in Minecraft. So it should be a pretty fun challenge. But I want to start by changing the price. I'm going to go down to 3 diamonds. Excuse me, mate. Because I have actually got mending for cheaper now. And let's hop over to somewhere, because I want to show you something. Oh, I also changed this design so these fence posts or fence gates were rotated before they were this way and open. But I think this looks slightly better. Oh, I thought I lost my horse for a second then. Let's shoot over to the nearby Spruce Village, which is pretty close to spawn. Now this, if I can get up this gap and show you, is where I've been doing my villager trading. So last time, it was basically just these guys here. And this was how I was getting emeralds, and this isn't my mending guy, this is just some rando. My mending guy is actually very safe and secret. Although, to be honest, I don't really need him to be a secret anymore. Oh no, it's getting to nighttime. So this was my main way of getting... I'm going to steal your bed. Oh, it's not nighttime yet. This is my main way of getting emeralds, but that has since changed. This is also useful for breeding out these guys. Now, I want to be honest. I didn't do any of this. Oh, and it has since grown since the last time I saw it. It was up to here last time I saw it. The mending guy, which sells mending for 12. Previously, I had it for 32 diamonds, so, well, 32 emeralds, so it was quite expensive, hence why I gave it the price tag of 4. But now we got it for pretty cheap, so we're gonna, yeah, we've put the price down. So Skillcraft actually made this. I didn't make any of it. Yeah, I kind of hate villagers, so I kind of gave him that, the opportunity to do that. That's what we'll say. He is my business partner, so he's providing a raid farm eventually for, as well as all of these villagers to sell, and he gets like a percentage of the profits. So that's kind of the source of all our books. So it is my job to not die to the zombie and actually start on the city and the actual bookshop. This might be a bit of a challenge. The city is going to span over a few episodes here, because I believe there is around 10 buildings I have planned. I haven't planned out everything and built everything yet, and hopefully it's going to look pretty good in this little flat area here. So to get started, I have laid out the path that links the top, because this is going to serve as my reference, because I have the square of every single building and road here. It's pretty much a straight line though, the road, so that should be the easy bit. So using this, I'm going to mark out the whole area, and I think I've actually made way too many andesite slabs. Honestly, I thought I used more of them. I was just an idiot. Well, I have added in the road and path and used up almost all of my andesite and deep slate, so that's a good sign, considering there's a lot left to do. But that's not our problem at the moment. These are obviously quite bland, but I think that's all I'm going to do at the moment. They need texturing and just breaking up like the pan of this sidewalk. But that's not my problem right now, because I need a shop. And that is the point of this, and I feel like getting a first building in is gonna be more fun, honestly. And I want to sell stuff, so I'm gonna get that in now. That's what I'm gonna move on to next. So now I've got the basic path and road laid in, I can move on to the actual building, and I've got all of the materials prepared here. It's a bit of a mess, but we'll make it work. So let's just get started with the walls, I guess. So I've marked out a little bit of a plan, and I've got all of the materials prepared here. And let's just get started with the walls, I guess. Now, apparently, because I hate myself, I've decided to go with bricks. And I've already used quite a few bricks doing this outline here. And bricks are not fun to get. I got these bricks by just using clay, and I've since remembered that you can use villagers, which we do have, but they have not grown up. So I'm kind of stuck with the clay method here, and I'm gonna be honest, I just want to get this build started, so we're going to stick with like the stack of bricks I have, and we'll see how far that gets, and maybe I'll just have to do a little bit of AFK. We are going to mix in a fair amount of granite, just to reduce the... Oh, went too high. Just to reduce the amount of brick I'm actually using. But I am going to use a few more brick buildings, so we are going to need to get those villagers sorted out, I guess. There is a witch already trying to curse this city. No thank you, get out of here. Oh, redstone. That's pretty nice. Anyway, for this build, I'm going to start with the front, as I always do. Because of course, that's the most fun bit. And it's also the bit you uses the least bricks. So we can sort of get the majority of it in now. So with this, I'm going to mix in a little bit of this... Oh, do I have... Oh, yes, I did pack bricks. Okay, so we can make some pots. I'm going to pack in a little bit of nature. Because... well, nature looks good, and I feel like it fits the bookshop vibe. So now it is time to add a little bit of colour and a little bit of interest to break up this brick feeling. And I've gone ahead and added this little, like, like an awning? Like, is that what they're called? That feels wrong. I don't know what they're called. But it just, I mean, it's still very red, but it breaks up a little bit, and I'm going to add another one there. And I think it's about time we actually get some windows in here. So I've gone with a white. I'm hoping white gives it a bit more of like a nicer feeling. This isn't going to be some old rundown brick building. And we have a decorated and textured box. Now we just need to add a roof to give it a little less of a box-like shape. And there are no sides or back, as per usual. There's also a floor we need to add. So let's just get that done right now. And I have a roof and even some walls and sides. I know, this is crazy. It took forever. And I'm pretty happy with the floor, actually. I used jungle, which is odd. I don't really use jungle that much, but recently I've been sort of incorporating it, and it actually kind of works. But there is one last little bit to do. I need my dirt so we can pillar up. And there is a little sign we're going to add so we can actually advertise what I'm selling. So I've prepared some letters that just spell out books. Originally this background was going to be the purple frog lights, but I didn't want to get them. I didn't feel like getting them yet, so I'll probably just do that off camera and fill that in at some point, because they're a bit of a pain and not that exciting. For now I've got quartz which blends in, but it doesn't light it up. That's why I use those frog lights, they light it up a bit. Let's actually decorate this, because it's really quite bland and it needs some interest, as well as the back as well, because I don't want to have to be looking at that from this shop here. So let's just quickly do that. And well, there we go, we've got the side decorated. I think this looks pretty good, although it did take a lot longer than I expected. Finding all these little, like, random bits, I must have done about 10 trips back to my base, and just to random locations. The back is not great. I'm going to be honest, I'm not happy with it yet. I might have to tinker with that a little bit in between episodes. But this side, oh, I love this side. This side is looking awesome. And here is going to be sort of worn down area with probably some more like bins and things like that. But I really like this fire escape, and we've actually used trap doors to like represent the doors, because I didn't really want to put doors there. I don't actually know where the floors are going to be on the inside, So I don't even think they're going to line up, even if I did have the doors there. It'd be a little bit awkward, and it's just, I don't really want to deal with it, so I just put fake doors on. It wasn't really, they're not really that important, so I think it looks good from a distance. This is looking awesome. And this side I really don't need to worry about, because there's going to be a building right here. We're going to actually get this up and running so we can actually sell books and hopefully make a load of diamonds. So the first thing I've done is just block everything out. I've added in the floors, which is 3 floors on this build. Now we've got the floors in. Started recording that clip too early. We are going to have 3 floors, so there is going to be an attic. For all the books we don't really use that much, because that feels like the most appropriate place to put them. But for now, we are going to start from the first floor and just work our way up. First off, a little basic table design. This little table can hold 4 of the books that we need, and this is where we're going to write the book that we have and the price that it is. So that's 4. I have counted, and there are 39 books in the entire game, and we want to sell all of them, which is a little bit of a struggle to fit that all in here, but I did manage to make it work, and it took a little bit of maths, but we got that right. Hopefully it's right. So now we just want to copy this table over here, and then we're going to work on these walls on the other side. And there we go, table number 2. Right, now the walls are a little bit different. They're more like a bookshelf design. So we've got 4 barrels at the bottom, and we'll repeat that on this side. And then the center is the books, which goes up 4. But we want to exchange some of these for chiseled bookshelves, so we give it a little bit of like an empty feel. Like some of the books have been taken out, and annoyingly I don't have silk touch on my axe, so this is going to be a little bit tedious. And we'll fill up a lot of these chiseled bookshelves later, so just some, like, not completely full, but we don't want them entirely empty. And for some reason I decided to use chiseled bookshelves down here as well, but rotated on the side, because they look pretty nice, except it meant I had to craft a lot of chiseled bookshelves. But I mean, look at that. I mean, that is just that's so nice. You haven't seen this because I've cut a lot of it out, but there is such an issue with spiders here, and I have no idea why. They just keep appearing and wandering into the shop. But we're gonna add a little bit of a spruce like trim to the top here on either side, and that is pretty much it for the bottom. Oh, there's one more thing. Just some jungle trapdoors to mark out this ladder here, block it off a little bit. It is a little bit odd having just a ladder in your shop. Not really a thing we do in real life. Would be a bit odd, but there wasn't a whole lot of room and I needed to fit in all of these books. So I guess it's a good time to move on to the next floor, where we are going to put in 2 more of these table designs. And there we go. And then on this wall, we've got like a little miniature bookshelf design. And then we have a little staircase, like a spiral staircase in this back corner here. And that is the second floor done. I like this floor because it's got a little bit of like some lookout spots, which I think is quite nice. And maybe we could put a few, like, yeah, let's put a lectern there. That looks quite nice. And I'll get a book for that, which I don't have, but I'll fill that in a sec. So then we can head up to the attic, which is very bland at the moment. This is going to be a small, dark and dingy place for the books that we don't really use that much. Like, no one's going to come up here really to buy Smite. Who buys Smite? I don't know. Weirdos. But that's where we're going to put all the less used stuff. But before we get on to that, I have a stack of books, so let's just go crazy with this. Well, turns out we didn't need that many. 31. But I will use those at some point for other bookshelves and things. And I think this is looking adequately dingy. Let's add the final little touch of a soul lantern. Keep it nice and dark, but I don't think anything should spawn here. And I think that's pretty good for an attic. Just need to add some signs, and they're gonna go on the actual barrel, and then we're done. Except for the actual stock, of course. There is Dude, why are these spiders here? How are you in here? Gee, well, I did leave the front door open. where are these spiders coming from? But that's pretty much done. There's a few things I want to do to the outside though, because I'm not going to stock it. You think I have the patience to stock it? No, that's Skilltree's job. Alright, that's Skilltree's job. That's why he's my business partner. I want to move and work on to this a little bit. I mean, it's looking good. I like this side particularly. This side I'm still not happy with. But I realise I can add a little bit of graffiti because it's actually a two-way. Like, I can put something here and it's not going to ruin the inside. I should empty my inventory. But yeah, I'm going to use terracotta, some coloured terracotta. Just add a little bit of graffiti in here. We can't go that far, but we can go to here. So, just a little patch there. Maybe like a little something here. Maybe. Yeah, that'll look good. And then I think this little side will be complete. And then I want to fill in this area and work on this wall as well, which will also have some graffiti on there. So I'll finish up this wall at the same time as I do this. So a creeper blew up, which was annoying. So now all my stuff is over here, and I'm missing a door and some other little bits and bobs. But we'll fix that in a sec. I want to show you this. I have completed the wall. I've added a little bit of graffiti here, and there's some pink graffiti there. And now I want to fill this area, so I think I'm just going to add a load of this kind of stuff, like loads of garbage sort of stuff. And we'll figure it out from there. We'll just add loads of bits and bobs. I got loads of bits and bobs on my inventory, so let's just jump into it. That zombie, kind of annoying. Hopefully he doesn't attack me. So I've added a lot of tiny details to this area, really making it feel somewhere where people would just discard trash and no one really cares about it. And I've also done a lot of texturing with the floor, even mixing in some of this grey glazed terracotta, which is a little bit odd, but I think it really works. It just gives it like a, I don't know, it's sort of like a trash pile kind of vibe, or maybe it's just really like scuffed stone. And I've mixed in some of this light grey concrete, a bit of cobblestone, a bit of normal stone, just breaking up this pattern and really making it feel quite old and used and really run down. And I think it's pretty successful. I spent some time expanding this path, which just leads down to the ender portal and even further down to this lower section so we can start using this. And this path lines up perfectly with Skilltree's new shop. He is selling elytras and I believe shulker boxes. Yes, and they are both 3 diamonds each. I have bought, 3 shulker boxes already, but I am set for elytras. I did find quite a few, actually. Not intentionally, I did kind of just get lost, and then ended up finding them as I was trying to get back. Well, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We made some pretty cool stuff, and I plan on continuing that little city next episode. So stick around for that, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Goodbye.